watching M.O.D Entertainment. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and check out the website to get the gear. The link will be in the description.
Voice music.
From the land of the gang signs and blue rags, where we post up, never hesitate to blast. Where the weak don't last and the strong end up on the map. From the Golden State, where the real G's be at. From the LA County, homie, where we know to bang. Shit is nothing growing up, you knew you had a back. Put it down for the vital, never will I rank. Ponte ducha all the time, you better watch your back. Cause she'll crack up, homie, it don't matter where you at. This is real gangster shit, only talking facts. It's the truth, ain't no lie, we don't need no caps. Just a Glock, stolen whip, in a Blasky mask. Shit is nothing busting hollers, we don't need to brag. From the
G-File.
Okay, now right here, starting off in the SGV in Roland Heights, we have a pretty old school barrio that's been around, I was told, since the 60s, 70s. I was told this neighborhood was established. And it's Roland Heights, Pocos Pero Locos 13. Now, Pocos Pero Locos 13 is a pretty old school neighborhood that has controlled right here the Roland Heights area for quite some time. You know, one of just two neighborhoods in this area. You know what I mean? Their neighborhood is from what's Colima Road to Fullerton Road to Pathfinder Road and to Shell Lake Avenue. It's what's considered their neighborhood. So everything that's in the middle is considered their neighborhood, which is a pretty big chunk of territory. You know what I mean? But that's their stomping grounds where they be, you know, roaming and handling business. You know what I mean? Throughout Batson Avenue, and all that. You know what I mean? Because it does stretch out throughout their whole neighborhood. Now, this neighborhood, even though people consider Roland Heights to be a nice area, fancy, expensive, and there can't be no gangs here, like I have said, don't let the looks deceive, you know what I mean? Because looks do deceive. Just because an area looks nice doesn't mean that it is nice. The area does not make the individuals, you know what I mean? The individuals make the area. Now, and one thing people have to understand is that even though it's fancy and expensive now, it wasn't always like that. You know what I mean? And once the neighborhood is just plagued there, I mean, it's pretty much just, you know, it's like cancer. It's just hard to get rid of. And they roll with an iron fist because they're just one out of two neighborhoods to be in this area. You know what I mean? In the Roland Heights area. So that lets you know, that they hold their ground down, you know what I mean? Because the Pocos Pero Locos neighborhood is with the business, so they are the PPL 13 neighborhood that you do see up, or PPLS, but that's Pocos Pero Locos. I know there's other Pocos Pero Locos neighborhoods out there, but they're all different, you know what I mean? They have no connection to them. There's a Roland Heights Pocos Pero Locos neighborhood right here representing for the SGV and their neighborhood, you know what I mean? They still get it on and cracking and put theirs on the map, but that's what's up with the Vajro Pocos Pero Locos representing for the Roland Heights area. And here's the other Hispanic neighborhood that's located right here in Roland Heights. You have the Barrio WID. So that's Roland Heights WID. Now WID translates to Wicked Insane Diablos. Now this used to be a tag bang crew that became a neighborhood. Now I can confirm that it became a neighborhood, but that's what they say. That's what they put. You know what I mean? Now for a tag bang crew, they're big. You know what I mean? They're a large crew. They with the business. They do their thing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They were a crew that was around tag banging since the 90s, then become a neighborhood to the 2000s. But they put it down, homie. These guys hold it down. They with the business. They put theirs on the map. These guys ain't no chumps, ain't no suckers. You know what I mean? Despite what people want to say, just because they were tag bangers before doesn't mean nothing. Because there's a lot of tag bangers that are with it. Most homies used to be tag bangers. You know what I mean? So to say that is nonsense. They're with the business and they earn their rights. You know what I mean? They be handling business right there on Batson. You know, that's one of the clicas that they represent for their barrio. You know what I mean? You could also find them right there by the park, by the Rosas County Park. Also, you know, where they be chilling, their domain, you know, going at it right there with the surrounding neighborhoods and with the Pocos Pero Locos, the cribs. Hey, man, they get it on and popping, homie. These guys ain't no suckers, ain't no chumps, you know what I mean? The Wicked Insane Diablos, definitely with the business and holding it down for theirs, but that's what's up with the WID neighborhood right there. Now, another neighborhood that you have located roughly around this area is the Barrio West Side Walnuts, so the WSW neighborhood. Not to be confused with West Side Wilmas, because they do have the same abbreviation, but just separate hoods. You know what I mean? This is the West Side Walnut 13 and Westside Walnut has no affiliation to Walnut Street nor to Walnut Creek. Westside Walnut, it's its own neighborhood, you know what I mean? Located right here in the Walnut area. They with the business, you know what I mean? They've been up already since the 70s, so it already has a long time, that they've been right here, well established, between Valley Boulevard and Calle Baja Drive, around the Camillo Street, on the west side, you know what I mean? Is where they get it on and popping, you know what I mean? And they with the business, homie. Going at it with the surrounding neighborhoods right there, you know what I mean? Because like I said, there is several neighborhoods jam-packed throughout this area. Although people could try to say what they want, I mean, and unless you're really there, I mean, they don't really know. You're gonna get people that just like talking just for the talk. Because these neighborhoods are with the business, homie. They're neighborhoods that you do hear about that, that are not to be taken lightly, homie. These guys definitely have their riders and put it on the map for theirs, you know what I mean? Just despite what how the area looks and all that, hey man, they will get it on and popping right there on Country Hollow and Arbor Ridge. That's their dojo, their main domain, the heart of their hood, where it be going down, you know what I mean? Because their neighborhood is, hey, like I said, they get it on and popping right there, you know what I mean? Representing for theirs and putting theirs on the map. But that's what's up with the WSW right there, and they still to this day continue to hold it down as such. Another neighborhood that you have right here in this area is the East Side Dukes, the ESD. Not to be confused with East LA Dukes, two different neighborhoods, no affiliation. Now, the East Side Dukes has already been right here for a cool minute since the 70s, I was told. Their neighborhood is located what's Vidalia Avenue all the way to Renault Street. And from Renault Street, I would say to Valley Boulevard, and from Valley Boulevard to no south of Nogales Street. That's what's their neighborhood. So everything that's in the middle, it's what's considered their turf, their domain, where they get it on and cracking. Right there, like throughout Altarino Street, that stretches, throughout their neighborhood as well, close to the Sunshine Park. That's their domain, their heart of the hood, their dojo, where they be roaming, where they get it on and cracking, where, they handle business, homie. It's a neighborhood that's well known in this area, definitely with the business, really close to the Hustler Cribs neighborhood, but they get it on and popping, homie, you know what I mean? It's a neighborhood you definitely hear about, gives law enforcement a hard time, gives a lot of people over here a hard time, and continue to represent as such. They still put it on the map, they still hold it down for theirs, and still continue to represent theirs. But that's what's up with the East Side Dukes right there, putting it down and representing theirs. Here's another neighborhood that you have it throughout this area is the Townsman neighborhood. Now, the Townsman neighborhood is located right there on the San Jose Hills. The San Jose Hills area is where it's known as the Townsman's neighborhood, their domain, their dojo, where they get it on and popping, throughout that whole entire area, you know what I mean? Because their neighborhood they have a pretty good chunk size of territory, you know what I mean? I will say from Azusa Avenue, and from Azusa Avenue, I would put it all the way to Gimme Street. And from Gimme Street, I would say to Shipman Avenue. And from Shipman Avenue all the way to Harley Street. So everything that's in the middle is considered their neighborhood. Was pretty chunk size of territory. And this neighborhood, the Townsman, has already... Now, I was told that the Townsman is a pretty old school neighborhood, that it's been around since the 50s, but it was a car club, so it didn't become a neighborhood and transition into a neighborhood until the 70s. At least that's what I was told. You know what I mean? And the Townsmen there is a Townsman in Anaheim in Orange County. Now, I don't know if they're affiliated to these Townsmen, if there's any connection between the two, but there is a Townsman in Anaheim, but this is the one right here in the SGV. Now, they could be the same. I forgot to ask homie, but the Townsman neighborhood right here is definitely with the business. It's one of the neighborhoods you do hear about, give law enforcement a hard time. I was told that this neighborhood is roughly more than 200 members, so it does have, pretty decent size and heads, when it comes to this barrio. And they continue to represent it such. They still be active despite what people want to say. They active, they with the business, they continue to hold it down and continue to put theirs on the map, going at it with the surrounding neighborhoods and still representing right there for the Townsman gang, you know what I mean? These guys, suckers, pushovers. They still put it down for that TSM neighborhood and, continue to rep theirs. Now here's another neighborhood that you have right here that's roughly been right here for a cool minute since the 70s, I was told. You have the Vajro Little Hill gang. Now the Vajro Little Hill gang, or as it's known as the Hillbillies, you know what I mean? They with the business, homie. These guys ain't no suckers, you know what I mean? This neighborhood is definitely active. You can find them right there. What's Charterton Avenue all the way to Valley Boulevard, and from Valley Boulevard to Azusa Way, and from Azusa Way all the way to Main Street. So everything that's in the middle is what's considered their neighborhood, their dojo, where they get it on and pop it. Now it may not be a big size chunk of territory. It's roughly a more smaller, chunk of territory because they're located on the bottom. They're located on the little hill. It's a little hill. You can see it off the freeway. That's what's considered their neighborhood. It roughly has always been a small area, but it's a pretty decent size in neighborhood. Like, it's not small, but it's not big. It's just an average size barrio. You know what I mean? So don't ever get it twisted. And but the heart of their hood, their main domain, their dojo is right there. Was known as La Via Puente apartment plexes. That's the heart of their hood, their main domain, their dojo, where it goes on, where it gets, where they get it on and popping, homie. That's their stomping grounds. You know what I mean? And this neighborhood definitely has its riders, homie. They definitely have their homies, you know what I mean? I met several cats out of here, so I know that they with the business, you know what I mean? Not only that, they do have rappers that represent for theirs. Like, there's a rapper, his name is Lefty. He gets down if you guys want to peep him out. He has a few songs right here on YouTube. The Vato definitely has skills, you know what I mean? I think he has about 1 CD, if you guys want to peep him out. But yeah, the Little Hill Gang is definitely right here, and representing still and keeping it active, for the SGV side, you know what I mean? That LA, so not to be confused with Logan Heights or Lincoln Heights or any of that, this is the Little Hill neighborhood, the Hillbillies gang, and they continue to put theirs on the map, you know what I mean, and representing for theirs. But that's what's up with the Little Hill gang and putting it down for them.